At the very start of my career of working, after I graduated, I decided to really put gaming on hold. Just basically focus on work things only. 2 years into it, I bought my very first computer, and I was thinking I was going to buy it purely for editing, to make my very first vlogs. Unfortunately, by mistake, I downloaded Dota 2.
How is that a mistake, though?
I know.
How is that? Like, I think you're trying to cover up for something. It was not a mistake. It was a conscious decision that you decided to download Dota 2.
I think ito yung naging trail of thought ko when I was downloading Dota 2. It had just come out and I was a fan of Dota Classic back when I was in high school. So I said, I'm just curious. Gusto ko lang makita.
Wow.
Ano yung interface? Ano yung itsura? Will this run nicely on my new computer?
Di ba may mga trailer naman?
Yeah, but I was just telling myself that. So
Quote
I was
unquote,
just
accidentally pressed.
linoloko ko lang yung sarili ko sa totoo lang. So I downloaded Dota 2, and from that point onwards, for the next 6 months, I remember putting in 800 hours of game time.
I am shaking my head like crazy.
And
right
this
now.
was the time that I had the teleserye going on.
Yes,
And
I remember.
And for perspective, I had a younger brother, Emilio, who was also playing Dota 2. And he had been playing for a year and a half already. And he had logged less than 200 hours in a year and a half of playing. And in 6 months, I played 4 times more Dota than him. It was crazy. It came to the point na hindi na ako natutulog. I start at 6 p.m., I would skip dinner, and then the next day, 5 a.m., nagbubusina na yung service ko to go to taping. And gising pa ako at naglalaro pa ako. It was crazy.
I would remember these times because I would be at your house, like we were hanging out, and then you would be like, oh, I'm just going to play a game. I'll be like, okay. And then one game became another game, and another game, and another game. And I soon realized that, wala na akong kausap. What am I gonna do while Popo plays Dota?
Oh nga, no. I remember there were times you would come over during the afternoon, let's say mga 2 p.m., 3 p.m., and I'd say, yeah, I'm just gonna play a couple of games lang. Chill out lang. So you would fall asleep, and then you would wake up at dinner time na 7 p.m.,
Yeah.
8 p.m. I'm still playing.
Yeah. Or like it happened before. I was waiting for you, and then I fell asleep because I was just so tired. I had probably come from work. And then I woke up kasi nga nagbubusina na yung service mo. I'm like, anong oras na? It was 5 a.m. So I had to like go home na kasi syempre alis ka papuntang work.
So how did I get out of that? I think it was just a conscious decision on my part.
I remember. It wasn't
Okay.
just a conscious decision.
I was spiraling downwards with my gaming. Eh. I mean, you can say it was the beginnings of an addiction to a certain
Yeah.
extent because I was giving up work. I was giving up health. What helped me stop that?
What helped you stop playing excessively was you got called out at work. They said that they noticed that you would come to set na hindi mo memorize yung script mo.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that you
Darn.
weren't
Oh my
focused on
gosh.
work, and then it was really affecting your scenes.
Wow.
So you weren't being a team player at work, and the production noticed that. And when they called you out, you had like a big slap in the face, and you were like, I can't continue playing this way. You deleted Dota right then and there and just didn't touch it ever again.
To whoever called me out, thank you so much. You saved my life.
I don't remember what show that was though that you were working
That was
on.
either Amaya or My Beloved. Maybe Amaya. It was one of my first few projects.
I don't think it was Amaya. It was probably the one after.
My Beloved.
Yeah.
Darn. Oh my gosh. I don't remember that at all.
Mm-hmm.
But I believe it. It makes sense because there had to be something that would trigger me to just cut it off and quit cold turkey.
Before like you got called out and everything, you actually tried to get me into Dota. You were like, bring your...
Hanap po ng kadamay.
Yeah, he actually convinced me to bring my desktop over to his house, which I did. Why did I do that? I brought my whole...
Wait, why do I not remember this? I think my brain deleted these dark moments of my
Yeah,
past.
so siguro it was like a break from school or something. But so I brought my desktop over because I used my desktop to actually edit my school stuff. He was like, bring it over. So I brought over my desktop. I loved you so much, didn't I? And I put it beside your computer and you were like, sit there, we're going to download Dota and I'm going to teach you how to play this game. So I tried playing it. I was like, I hate this game. I don't know how to play it. Why are you trying to teach me this? Like, are you so addicted to this game? And it was just so frustrating at that time because I think nadala ako sa frustration na you were very focused on this game and we didn't have a lot of time together.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You think so?
Like, in some ways, yeah. Because I didn't open myself up to enjoying the game.
It's crazy now that you tell that story and I think about it, how things have completely reversed. Now, when it comes to games, I'm very hard and fast. Like, okay, no,
Yeah.
we're stopping now. We're going to focus on work. But apparently, that grew from your story.
Yeah.
Another aspect, you said you hated Dota because you couldn't get into it. But now, Bonizi is the MOBA player in this relationship.
Yeah.
She's the one who likes playing LOL more, League of Legends more,
Yeah.
Mobile Legends more, Wild Rift coming up soon. She plans on playing that. Wow, that's a nice story. That in itself is actually a nice example of how games can get in the way, not just of your individual growth, but your relationship as well.
Yeah. Okay, so let's say you play excessively. How do we fix that problem? And I'm like, you have no time for me. You don't hang out with me. All you do is play your games. Paano ako?
As usual, it starts with talking and opening up to you. And letting you know how I feel, that I am feeling neglected. Hey, can't we do something together that we both enjoy? If you're open to that, I think there's a high chance that you will find something you enjoy.
Yeah.
Here's the bigger problem. Let me add another problem to your situation. What if naging addiction na for that other partner yung gaming and then wala na siyang ibang gustong gawin? When it becomes a gaming addiction, I think you have to question the basis of that relationship. I mean, is that even still a relationship? Just like if it were maybe a drug addiction, you would really contemplate and say, hey, are we still good together? And I think some people are afraid to talk about that because it's a difficult conversation. But I think it's something to be considered.
For me, if you had an addiction to gaming, I mean, it's not like I'm going to shut you out of my life. It's not
True.
like I'm going to say that, tapos na yung relationship natin, you're addicted, I can't do anything about it.
True.
Of course, something can be done about it. And the reason why I'm your partner is because I'm here to support you no matter what. So if you have a problem, then we need to address that. And as your wife and your partner, I will help you get through that and we will find a solution for that. That's my way of thinking na kung naging addiction yung gaming.